I try to stop the tears, but yeah. I have to be honest. I have to have this moment openly vulnerable. I'm in my bonnet. I'm in my t-shirt is literally backwards. I'm not sure if you guys see. It's inside out, or excuse me, it's not backwards, it's inside out. And I'm just here. But I just wanted to share a very humbling experience that I just had. Sorry, get it together. So I sitting here, and I just felt like this heaviness, and I've been, waiting on answers from God for a few things, and one of those things very time restricted. And I think I could preach on that alone. Like, you can't rush God. You can't push a time schedule on God. It's honestly the opposite. He pushes time schedules on us and tells us to do. But we want to do things on our own time. I am so off topic. But I had this trip, still have, a trip that was planned. It's been planned for a little while now. And I'm trying to say it the way my brain is saying it. But so that it makes sense as well. I planned a trip thinking that God told me. I thought that God told me to go to a place at a certain time. I can't explain it correctly. I do believe that God gave me this place, right? Like, the way that I found it, it's just, if I told you the story one-on-one, you would know what I'm saying. But I feel like he gave me this area to go to, and I got the area. I was like, all right, God, got the area. I'm going to do all the plans to try to make sure I'm there. And also make sure I'm there on my timeline versus yours. And everything's booked. The room's booked. I booked the flight already. I booked a rental car to get me to and from. Like, everything's booked. Everything's there. I literally am straight and set to go, and already thinking about packing bags. Like, this morning I was thinking about packing a bag, and it's not even till next week. But like I said, very time restraint. And God sat me down. I literally was like, I asked the question. I said, I was like, am I supposed to go to blank next week? And I started crying. I was like, God, I don't know if you fully said go, the time frame that you told me to go. I know when you give instructions, there's so much peace behind it. Like, it's peace because I know I have his backing. He told me to do it. I know he's given me the place, but I don't know if the time frame is correct. And I literally want to come on here and say that, like, it's okay to be wrong. Like, I think it's a part of it. Like, you don't succeed at a thing unless you eventually fail at something else. You have to keep trying to make sure it's right. But knowing when to stop going or when to not continue to go, I think that's something you just have to trust and know that God will give you that peace behind. He's been giving me instruction nonstop on everything else, I promise. But this one thing, I was like, God's like, yeah, no. So when I asked the question, I was like, am I supposed to go to blank next week? And I was like, crying. I was like, God, I don't know if I've heard enough from you. I don't know if I got a clear answer from you to go. Do I have your blessing to go? Obviously, I'm blessed anywhere I go. But I don't want to be outside of an area that God doesn't have me at right now. So I asked, and his response was, very direct, very straight to the point. He said, I wouldn't have asked you to commit, that word. I wouldn't have asked you to commit identity fraud to go to the place that I've called you to go. And I just start crying more. And the reason why I say it that way is because, like, my mom has a very special program that she can do, and she'll get like free rooms across the states, and in other countries too, but like a free room, and to the point that like I look just like my mom. Yeah, I know my mom look like like I look like her. Like all of us do. All of my siblings, we look like my mom. And I was gonna take her information, her identity, to go to a place that I'm supposed to go at a time frame I'm not supposed to be there. And no one wants to feel wrong, right? No one wants to be wrong at something. And it's so hard for me to be honest, usually. But I told God he can have it. He can have it all. If I look stupid in the process, have it. Because I don't want to be out of your will. I don't. So I just wanted to encourage anyone who's out there that is waiting for answers, or have got like a partial answer, or God, it's just like having like uncertainty or unsure about something. Not me licking a tear. That's by my lips, so I just wanted to be honest that it's okay to be wrong. I would rather me be wrong than God be wrong, and he's never wrong. Like, I don't want to feel that God was wrong. If I hadn't went to this place and I was in the area where I shouldn't have been, outside of his covering, and worse things happened, or I don't know, think of anything, but I'm just not where I'm meant to be, I don't want that. So, trust God's timing. Don't rush things. Don't plan things out of what he has planned for you. Sometimes he gives things in bits and pieces and expects us to start moving along that direction, but I also believe that he will give us that direction that we're supposed to start moving to. And God's been telling me to do other things that taking a couple days away would stop me from doing those things. So yeah, I just wanted to share my very vulnerable moment to say that I was wrong. I was so wrong. Not so wrong.